Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel on this gloomy Sunday morning. I would like to ask you again to join my mailing list and join me on locals as well. And that is because at the request of the Prime Minister of Poland, Mateusz Morawiecki, the censorship will be introduced in Poland. Quote, "At my request, the European Council adopted an entry in the conclusions on counteracting Russian disinformation and propaganda. It is very important because we can see perfectly well that many political forces, not only in Poland, but of course also in Poland, pretend that, are you ready? Pretend that inflation is an eternal phenomenon and not that it has come to us from the outside." End of quote, said Prime Minister Morawiecki. In this article, it says that the lockdowns, printing money, liquidation of mines, these issues will soon not be able to be raised as one of the factors of the economic and energy crisis. Anyone who dares to talk about it in this context, according to the Prime Minister and the European Union, will spread Russian disinformation. Is this really what Polish Prime Minister words mean? Is asking the journalists. And I went ahead to look into the Twitter that PM of Poland has posted, very recent, I believe it's from yesterday. And I translated part of this for you. So he says, at the request of Poland, the European Council states unequivocally decide that Russia is responsible for the consequences of the energy crisis and the economic crisis, and all related aspects that the entire EU has to grapple with. So we know who is responsible for all of this, for printing money, lockdowns, and what else was there? Inflation, of course, and closing the mines, where there's lots of Polish coal. Therefore, join me on other platforms, please. I hope you understand. The next thing I have for you is about the current state of inflation in Poland, which officially is over 17%, and unofficially, from my experience, of course, I see that basic articles increased already in price by 100%. On the same note, if you have money in the bank, your savings are, at this point, they have an average interest rate of about 7%. So you do the calculation. Now, officially 17, in my opinion, and as I listen to many financial experts, they say you have to double it up at least. I would like to know what is the realistic inflation now, what is the real inflation right now in your country, not the official, because official, you know, is not true. So you can type it down below, and I always welcome your comments and sharing, because it's good. We are from all around the world and we can share our information here. One more thing in this here I have for you is about how long does it take for a patient to wait to see the doctor, in this case, cardiologist. And yesterday, MACIEJ, again, you know, my favorite Polish YouTube channel, incredible journalism, honest, hardworking journalist. I really appreciate his work. The link is down below this video, so you keep on asking me, just click down below, MACIEJ. He showed a TikTok video from someone who was calling to make a reservation to see the cardiologist in Poland. And from the operator, he received the information that they have the calendar fully booked until the end of 2024. So the earliest time will be 2025 to see the cardiologist. I couldn't believe this. I went on, you know, on internet and did my little research there. And it was showing that the minimum wait at this point is around 30 days. And it's very common that in many areas of Poland, you have to wait to see certain doctors, certain specialists, over a year, 2 years. It's insane, absolutely. So The reason why this is happening is because many doctors left. The medical service is going to be receiving less and less money from the government. They're going to cut on this to support the medical services. And also we have more people in our country, as you know. Okay, let's just say it this way. And the next and the last thing is about the mobilization in Poland, because there's a lot of talk about it. And again, you know my opinion. I believe that, and I really hope I'm wrong, but I believe it's just a matter of time when Poland will be more involved in this conflict. How this will escalate, none of us really know. I hope it won't, but it looks like it's a very, very serious time right now. And I wanted to go ahead and read about what is really worth knowing about the military mobilization in Poland, and a little bit about the laws. So there's an article that I came across. Again, I will post it down below the video. It's in Polish. You can translate it on Google if you want to, or however you like. And I will read to you some quotes from here about who can be mobilized, what does it really mean, and let's jump into it. The recent decision to mobilize a strategic enemy in the territory must have raised questions about the organization of the same process in Poland. Who could realistically be called up to the Polish army? When can there be mobilization? The most important legal basics for the possibility of mobilization is Article 136 of the Constitution of the Republic of Poland. According to this provision, general mobilization might be ordered by the President at the request of the Prime Minister. In the event of an imminent external danger to the state. What is military mobilization? Pursuant to Article 533 of the Act on the Defense of the Fatherland, the appointment to military service performed in the event of mobilization and during the war takes place by means of vocation cards or by providing information on the appointment to the public. Mobilization is a state in which citizens can come under military orders using a specific, relatively fast mode. Who do they take into the army during the war? During mobilization, a wide range might receive a mobilization card. However, it should be noted who really has the best chance of becoming a soldier. Pursuant to Article 531 of the Act on the Defense of the Fatherland, reserve soldiers are appointed first. Next. What age to the army in the event of war? Conscription to the army in the event of mobilization does not apply to people who are under the age of 18 or have reached the age of 60. Next, obligation to provide benefits in the event of mobilization. Okay, let's leave this. That doesn't really, I don't want to read this. I want to read the last two paragraphs. Is it possible to mobilize women into the army? Women are not subject to conscription to the army in the event of mobilization. However, the law provides for an exception for women with specific professional qualifications, such as women who are graduates of the last year in the fields of medical analytics, pharmacy, medical and dental, nursing, psychology, medical rescue, veterinary medicine. The regulation on the requirement of women to the army due to their profession also applies to schools other than higher education. Who is not subject to mobilization? First of all, it is impossible to mobilize people unable to serve in the army for health reasons. At the same time, the regulations list certain groups excluded from appointment in the event of mobilization due to the positions. The exceptions apply to groups as such: deputies, senators, consuls, uniformed services other than the army. So that's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope that gave you some information, some value. And again, if you would like to support my work and my channel, you can do it via locals, you can do it via PayPal, Patreon, and you can do it via purchasing my books that I appreciate very, very much. Thank you so much. If you appreciate the content here, leave the thumbs up while you still can. Lots of love, everyone, and see you soon.